Hello there, good afternoon. You're joining Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. Let's start with your headlines first as usual. The Sri Lanka Graded Employees Union Collective notes that nearly 380 railway turns have been disrupted due to the railway strike action. Also, a Malaysian-owned cargo vessel, the crew of which included Sri Lankans and was held by Somalian pirates since 2010, has sunk. An audit reveals that the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation suffers an estimated loss of over 7 billion rupees. Now moving on to those stories in detail, the Sri Lanka Graded Employees Union Collective notes that nearly 380 railway turns have been disrupted due to the strike action commenced by its organization. Convener of the union, Janaka Fernandez, said that the strike action was a success.
The strike commenced by us is successfully underway. Normally 390 to 400 railway trains have to operate, but only 9 railway trains operated yesterday. The department has to face the same situation today. Therefore, I can state that the strike was a 100% success. Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Railway Workers Association, Nadira Manoj, says that his organisation will not join the trade union action commenced by several railway trade unions. Our correspondent said that only 2 trains operated from the Fort railway station today. One train was plying from Polgahavela to Panadura, while the other train was plying from Chilao to Moratua. The usual hustle and bustle at railway stations across the island could not be witnessed today as well due to the strike action carried out by railway workers.
Well, the railway employees' strike action is still on. What are your views on the strike action carried out by the railway employees? Well, we would like to hear from you. Share your comments on www.newsfirst.lk. Your comments will be aired on Primetime News at 9 tonight. Moving on, still in local news, a Malaysian-owned cargo vessel, the crew of which included Sri Lankans and was seized off the coast of Somalia in 2010 while sailing from the United Arab Emirates to Kenya, has sunk. The ship had 23 crew members on board, which comprised of nationals from Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Iran when it was seized. Reuters, quoting a pirate from Somalia's main pirate base Haradri, said that the ship had been gradually sinking for almost a week but totally sank last night, adding that 4 crew members and 7 pirates died in the incident while 13 others remain missing. The EU Naval Force, a European Union anti-piracy unit that protects merchant shipping off the Horn of Africa, says that they have closed the sea area and are carrying out a search and rescue operation for any remaining survivors. Well, in another one of our headline-making stories, an audit has revealed that the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has suffered an estimated loss of between 7 and 8 billion rupees. Auditor General H.A. Samarveera said that the audit was conducted following instructions by the COPE Committee into the transactions made by the CPC last year.
An audit
was conducted based on the instructions of the COPE Committee into the transactions of the CPC last year. The audit report will be presented to Parliament following investigations into all transactions conducted by the CPC, including all purchases made last year. The audit has revealed that the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has suffered an estimated loss between 7 and 8 billion rupees.
ක්‍රමවේදවල අඩුපාඩු තියෙන නිසා මේ වගේ පාඩුවක් මණ්ඩලයට වෙලා තියෙනවා කියන එක ගැන ඒ වාර්තාවෙන් අපි කියලා දුන්නා.
But still in local news, President Mahinda Rajapaksa congratulated the Sri Lankan students who excelled at the International Mathematics competition held in Bulgaria. The International Mathematics competition was held in Bulgaria from the 30th of June to the 5th of this month. Students who excel at the Maths Olympiad conducted by the Ministry of Education are chosen to compete at the event. President Mahinda Rajapaksa congratulated the students who excelled at the competition. Minister of Education Bandula Gunawardena and Secretary to the Ministry Gotabaya Jayaratne were present at the occasion. Well, meanwhile, Minister of Education Bandula Gunawardena states that Sri Lanka is yet to reach the development achieved by Japan through education. The minister made this observation at a ceremony to present airline tickets to students participating in the Asia Pacific Children's Convention.
7 students who will be participating in the 25th Asia Pacific Children's Convention in Japan were presented airline tickets at the ceremony held at the Ministry of Education.
From Japan, ASEAN Pacific අපිට නිදහස ලැබෙනකොට 1948 දී ලංකාවයි ජපානයේ අතර ඒක පුද්ගල ආදායමේ වැඩිවීම ඩොලර් 2යි. නමුත් අද අපිව පසු කරගෙන ජපානයේ
When Sri Lanka received independence in 1948, the increase in per capita income of Sri Lanka and Japan stood at $2. However, Japan has surpassed us to become one of the largest industrial and economic powers in the world with a rapid development rate. They changed the education system to achieve this status. We are still trying to teach our children to love others, to love the environment and to work hard.
පරිසරය ආදරය කරන්න උගන්වන්න, වැඩ කරන්න උගන්වන්න තාමත් අපි උත්සාහ දරනවා.
Well, still in local news, a person was killed with the use of a sharp weapon in Gonawala, Kalaniya. The police said that the attack took place opposite a factory last night. Meanwhile, another woman was murdered in Madavache with the use of a sharp weapon.
The woman was assaulted and killed in the Atavira Gollava area in Madavachia at around 9 last night. The police say the victim was 38 years old. The woman was killed with a sharp weapon while she was returning home with her 2 children after visiting a nearby house to watch television. The woman died upon admission to the Madavachia hospital. The victim's daughter said that threats were levelled at her mother on several previous instances. One of the daughters had sustained injuries to her hand. The police said that the suspect has fled the area.
Well, meanwhile, a body of a 13-year-old boy was discovered inside a vehicle in the Thalgodapiti area in Gokarala, Kurunagala. The police media unit said the body was discovered last evening following a tip-off.
The police said that the boy had set out to work with another person several days before the incident. The police are suspecting the case to be a homicide and are conducting further investigations. Meanwhile, the body of an individual was discovered floating in a canal in the Sigirimula area in Sigiriya last night. Our correspondent said the individual was reported missing 2 days ago. The magisterial inquest into the incident was conducted last night and the body was later taken to the Dambul hospital for further investigations.
Well, the main square of Spain's Pamplona is a sea of red as thousands of revelers came to witness the firing of the Chupinazo rocket, which officially marks the opening of the famed 9-day San Fermin festival. The celebration is one of Spain's most famous fiestas and goes hand in hand with the adrenaline, all-night parties and daily bull runs, famously described by Ernest Hemingway in his 1926 novel The Sun Also Rises. We leave you with those breathtaking visuals of the crowds that gathered in Pamplona for the festival. I'm Aaron Rajaratnam for News First.